What is going on, guys? It is Lily 2SX here, and this is episode 28 of my Master League Online series. Before I go into the first match of this episode, there's a few things I want to say, and the less said about the first match in this episode, the better it is for me anyway. So the first thing I want to say is that two PES YouTubers had their channel taken down unfairly. It looks pretty unfair to me anyway. The first one, I think you guys will know, the Midnight Kid. I'll put his link in the description so you'll get up to his new channel, because it is tough getting back up there again. So, you know, I'll try helping any PES YouTuber I can. And the second one is PESSEP. That's a new PES YouTuber. You know, you can go check him out. If you like him, subscribe to him. Just share some of that love around, because I think some of you guys have taken to me. And I actually appreciate all your support, because that's what actually keeps me going. Now, one other person hasn't lost their channel or anything, but I just like him. I think he's a really good PES YouTuber. Is Mr. Marcus. He's a personal favourite of mine. I don't know what it is about him. I think he's just got a natural liking. He's just got that aura, which if you watch one of his videos, I think you just generally like the guy. So that's my personal favourite PES YouTuber. Now there's one more thing I want to say before I actually go into this video, and you're thinking, why am I not actually talking about the first match? Well, you'll see towards the end of the match why I don't want to talk about it. But someone in the comment section from the last match actually asked me, they go, if you could sign any player for this current team I got now, who would it be, regardless of the budget? And I said Aguero, because I think that's the one player, especially in that position, that would actually put fear into my opponents and actually do a good job of carrying my team, because I play with a lone striker, and that guy just a little tank. He can do absolutely everything. But then that got me thinking, if I could start a Master League Online campaign with one player regardless of budget other than Messi or Ronaldo, who would it be? And this moment you're seeing right now, Palladino getting injured, he was unable to continue, so I had to take him off, and I brought on more, and this was what I think was the turning point, because I had to go from 4-5-1 to 4-4-2, and then after this attack I was lacking massive creativity, and that's where the game really changes on its head. Now, as I was saying before there, I think if I could build around one player, who would it be? For me, it'd be Pirlo or Riquelme. The reason I picked them two, and it'd most likely be Pirlo to be honest, but the reason I picked them two is the fact that they're so calm on the ball. They do everything with such almost natural arrogance. It's hard to say. I'm not saying they're arrogant players, but it just feels like they're just so good that they're thinking, you know what, I don't have to work hard. I can just let my technical abilities do the talking, and they do it with such a swagger, such a style, that you can only sit there and applaud it. And that's why. And with Pirlo, you can just build a team around him, because he's just, I don't know, he's just such a badass. Pirlo is anyway. But who would you guys pick? Who would be your one player that you'd build around? Now, here you can see I'm actually letting go of Forlan and Podolski, and I signed one genius player here. For me, he's a brilliant player in the game, and he's even better in real life. Eden Hazard, such a brilliant player, and the reason I signed him wasn't just literally after that match. It was, I think I drew another match and then won the next match, something like that, because the next match you're watching in this episode isn't directly from the last match. But I signed him because I thought if Palladino doesn't play, especially against these big teams, which I am running into a lot more nowadays, if he doesn't play, I'm lacking creativity massively, so I needed another massive threat, and that's what I got in Eden Hazard. Now the first match that he actually plays isn't a great match for him, because it is against a really good opponent and a really good team, and the ref doesn't exactly help him either, because there's a moment here which you'll see where he does really brilliantly to do what he does, but the referee should give a yellow card to the opponent. Instead, he just lets play go on, and you'll see it very soon. But he gets his first chance with PK, and the reason you'll see PK getting a lot of chances for him is because in the formation screen where mine says possession game, his was all out attack, and you'll see he gets a lot of chances with PK. I thought he was going to score with Ronaldo there, and I was just lucky that he didn't. And then he does a poor throw with Courtois, who makes up for it with the brilliant save onto the bar. But then from that moment he tries to, not just that moment, from the word go, he tries to outthink me all the time. So he's thinking really fast, always thinking I'm going to do something. So I get the ball here with Januzaj, slow play down, throw a step over, drive into the box, and a wonderful finish. Gives Courtois no chance, makes it 1-0, and then I got the goal I needed, so I had something to hang on to. And this guy was really unlucky not to score. There's so many chances. He hits the bar there, and then he has a few outrageous chances later on. You'll see with, I think, Ibra hitting the bar, and another, I say a double save. I think the keeper could have left that. Maybe it would have just gone through the face of goal and not gone in. But here he doesn't really have much of the ball, and I wasn't exactly playing about with it in defence, and this was the moment I was on about. Look at that brilliant play from Hazard here, and that is probably at least a yellow card. But look at this, the ref does not do anything there. But as I was saying, I wasn't exactly time wasting, and that was the outrageous shot I was on about before with the outside of his foot. But I wasn't time wasting where it said I had 62% possession. I had a lot of the ball, I was playing about with it nicely, not in my own half either. I was trying to penetrate his defence, but I just really couldn't get anywhere near there, and then I escaped one last attempt here. Gets so lucky, he just hits it straight out Forster. Forster catches it, and that was the end of the game. So yeah, it wasn't like I was trying to time waste with 60% possession. I honestly wasn't, you could see that, but I ended up winning that game so luckily. That guy deserved at least a draw, if not the win. I think he even deserved the win. That's very few times I'll say it, but again, he did have a massively strong team, so he was always going to have a lot of chances. So now we're going to the third match of this episode, and as you can see, Palladino isn't playing and Hazard moves into the central role. And after this match, I'm thinking this is going to be Hazard's main position. I just need to get better wingers so Hazard has more support on the width. So I'm thinking Neymar will be on one wing, and I don't know who the other one is yet. Still in two minds who I really want on the right wing, because Neymar will go on to my left, but that's a lot further down the line. So as you can see, I get a really early lead with Makakula smashing it past the keeper at his near post, and then from here, this is when Hazard starts to shine, and this is the moment where, not just this moment, but this match, this moment actually sparks him into life. What a brilliant finish that was off the far post. But this was the match which just made me think, Hazard, you are going to be my guy behind the striker. Once Hazard scored that goal and gave me the confidence in him, it just became party time for him. Just what doesn't he try this match? He does absolutely everything. And there's a run he does later, which very soon actually, where had that scored, it would have probably been my most proud goal of PES 2014. Not just PES 2014, probably actually no, yeah, probably PES 2014, because I have scored some brilliant goals back in the PES days. But I think it's this run here now. This run here is just wonderful. I don't know what it is. I think the guy is just a brilliant player. It's just a shame he plays for Chelsea in reality, because I think the guy is getting held back almost because they're such a defence-minded team. But he is a brilliant player, and that would have been the goal which I would have said for me. That would probably my best PES 2014 goal. But like you can see, he's a really tough player to get the ball off. When you think you've got the ball off him, you have to think again, because he just nicks his foot back in there and keeps the ball with him, and he completes his hat-trick here by chesting it over that player. It was an unstoppable finish past the keeper to make it 4-0. You can see I was dominating this guy. This player had enough. He just couldn't live with Hazard anymore and thought that's it, he quits. So at half time he quits. I win 4-0, and that is the end of this episode, guys. If you did enjoy this episode, remember to give it a thumbs up, and remember to check out them other PES YouTubers that I've put in the description below. And remember to tell me who you'd actually build your team around in the comment section, and why you'd actually build it around them as well. So tell me why you picked that one player. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching, guys.